Tesla update here on the 24th. So we got to move up, and that's what I was expecting from the last video. If we draw a parallel line here, we didn't come all the way down here to the demand zone. If we draw a parallel line here and then put that on the top of this, assuming that this is W, this is X, we can see here that this is going right for that gap fill at 192. So that was a nice move up. This could be 5 waves. It doesn't have to be ABC. It could be something like this. Or on Monday, or on Tuesday, we just go straight up here to 185. All we need is an ABC structure up here. It doesn't have to be ABC here. It can be 5 waves, as long as the overall structure is ABC, ABC, ABC. So Tesla, I'm looking for 192, and I'll show you right here on Blackbox. We got a $5 million block buy above the ask for 531, 185 call. Above the ask means that they basically were in a hurry to get into it. They just said, give me whatever price, I don't really care. I'm very, very bullish. That's not them selling covered calls. That's them buying calls. They bought at 178.43. I don't think that they bought that for $1 or $2. You don't know for sure. They could have sold today, but that's a very bullish buy there. You do see some puts here at the end of the day for $1 million at the ask. They're not above the ask. Those could be a lot of different things. They could be hedging. Who knows? But this one above the ask is pretty bullish in my opinion. So we'll see if we get that. The only other structure that makes sense, well, it doesn't really make that much sense. Other possibility, let's say we are bearish on Tuesday. But the problem with this one is you're coming down too far. So I think that we already bottomed here and we're just moving up. And I'm expecting this to end sometime by the end of next week. So I'm looking for basically like this. And then that would make that the overall B wave. This would be the A wave. And then I'd be looking for a move down. Here's the thing about the move down though. We have the 20 and the 50 up here. We're above the 20 again. We close above it. So does it make much sense if we go A, B, and then come all the way back down here to 165-ish? Does that make much sense? Doesn't make that much sense. It does make sense from a structure standpoint, but then the price is going to be below the 20 and the 50 again. So it could happen like that. Another possibility that I've been thinking about is, what if we get some kind of wedge where we go like this? Here, I'm trying to draw it without having the lines there. So basically, a wedge like this. And then we break out. That would just make this the bottom of this. Well, it wouldn't make this the bottom of the second wave. This would make it the farthest retrace. But overall, that could be a B wave, contracting triangle basically. And then we would see that would confuse a lot of people. They'd be like, oh, we're pretty high. I'm going to buy puts up here. And then we just take off from there. So that could have been the bottom still at 167. That retraced to the 0.5 fib. If you look back at this move from January of 2023, it retraced to the 0.5 fib. We've already retraced to the 0.5 fib here. And we're looking at the same structure here. This is the same structure I'm looking for. So this is kind of like a model. This one was a zigzag, which just means C wave comes down way farther than the bottom of the A wave. So there's a lot of different ways you can retrace. This one just made a lot of sense based on the moving averages. I don't know if it's going to play out that or not. We could come down here to 165 again. A lot of different things that could happen. So I just wanted to bring that up. But overall, I'm looking on smaller time frames for this to raise up here to about 185, pull back, and a move up here to 192. By the end of next week, this is a supply zone right here. I'm sure we'll build a demand zone, maybe even on Tuesday. Let's just say it gaps up or something like that to 184. And then we fade the rest of the day, and then we come up here at the end of the week. Short week next week, so that makes a lot of sense. We'll see what happens, but a bullish close above the 20, above the 50. Look for potentially a move to 192 by the end of the next week. That's all I got for now. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates. Probably more videos coming this weekend. All right, have a good long weekend.